A bit. I played like a decent amount, and then I sort of switched to Marvel Rivals with like
Yep.
the things I know about Overwatch translated pretty well. I
Of
went
course.
to Almost Eternity,
Nice. Excellent.
and now I'm back to Overwatch because I
Cool.
got bored of Marvel. That's it.
Sure. Okay. Well, welcome back. Looking at your form here, obviously maybe some of this has changed since you spoke,
Oh
but
yeah.
looking at some Widow, at the time of the form you were Diamond. How has that looked like over time? Like what rank are you right now? What's the hero pool
I
looking like and so
am
on?
now I'm Masters 5. Well, like I
Okay.
just deranked to Diamond 1. I had a
Sure.
little
But
bit of
yeah.
an unfortunate streak, but like basically
Yeah.
Masters.
Yep. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Still hit scan?
Still hit scan, yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to look at both Widow and Freya if possible. I don't know if it's enough time.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
most likely. Yeah.
focus more on Widow, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Any questions about practice routine? It's not our first one, so we don't necessarily need to like beat a dead horse here. But have any since the forum? Do you have any questions about training time, practice routine, the whole 9 yards? It's not our first session, so we don't have to spend a lot of time. But has anything come up?
No, not really. I think your videos also like get the point across really well
Okay. Okay.
about like all of this. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Obviously, Grandmaster nowadays is a bit more than it was back in your day. Going back to Season 4 of Overwatch, it's much more equivalent to what it used to be in Overwatch 1. So obviously the transition time can be a little tricky as well, but I would say even like Masters 5 D1 is like, I would say probably closer to High Masters back when you were playing, so you've not had much of a fall off. Okay, do you want to start with the Colosseo one?
Yep,
Or
definitely.
Any questions with Widow? Strategically, cooldowns, perks, the whole 9 yards, matchups.
Mainly perks. I just do usually perk one. I do it depends. Perk one, I don't really know. I started taking the grapple more because I feel like, especially if you're in a sniper duel, it's easier. And if you're playing against dive, sometimes you might want to grapple away and shoot immediately. Like the ammo thing is nice, but that's probably if you're uncontested, I would say.
Yeah, agreed. You're going to be moving a lot more frequently. So I think Sniper's Instinct is better about 99% of the time. And to be frank, I think the same thing applies to our majors as well. So
Yeah, the grapple is no-brainer.
No-brainer. I mean, Seeker Mine is an interesting idea, but it's still horrifically executed. So it just, especially because they just gigabuffed Venomine out of the cheeks, right? There's no reason ever to pick that perk. Like you're talking about, you're going to turn down 120. Yeah, it's 125 damage, mate.
Oh, wow.
It's 125 damage. Yeah, this is as of like, it's pretty recent, so you're forgiven for not knowing, but I want to say a month and a half, 2 months ago. Not long. It is a monster buff, and so there's literally no reason to choose the other perk. Because people are like, oh, but it's like consistent scouting, and like it's stupid. You just shoot it and it's gone. You cannot lose 125 damage, and there's obviously the opportunity cost. Is not only is it a nerf, but you're also missing out on lower a grapple cooldown thing as well. So it's like there's just no reason to choose that at all. So you just go escape plan, and then you go Sniper Instinct. So it's just no brainer. So okay, let's take a look. I am looking back at our notes from last year, and it was just the timing of peaks or the unpredictability of angles, right?
Yeah,
so,
it was right at the start of season 9, I think it was, when they changed everything. So everything was kind of new, and even yourself said you're not sure about everything yet.
Yeah. It's mostly the same thing, right? If we look at Widowmaker as a multiplication of holding a good angle for longer is always better, but the longer you hold an angle, the less likely you are to get a pick from that angle. So you need to be very confident that your indirect value from holding that space is incredibly strong, or you need to be providing these bursts of value from different angles unpredictably, right? So that's the tricky part about Widow, is that she is neither fully dynamic in terms of you should not be rotating all the time. Sometimes just holding a long sight line is good value. But also if you hold that long sight line and only that long sight line, you are then opening yourself up to being rotated on and also removing the opportunity for picks. So the way that I play Widow is because I can't hit a shot, I'm going to choose the most oppressively obnoxious off angle and try to scare people, because I'm just going to body shot them until the cows come home. However, that means that my opportunities, ironically, for headshots are very low because I become predictable. Make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
For you, it's like you could be finding that balance between high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward, and frequently kind of maneuvering around that. So. Now that we have,
hard to know.
It is. This Venomine thing is fine. Obviously, I think placement here is not a problem. I guess the reason why I'm highlighting that is that we will probably be talking more about that later, because especially considering you don't know about the 50 extra free damage, this becomes way more of a priority than it used to be. Okay. Any questions before we jump in?
No, I think we're good to go.
Okay. Obviously, easy sightline here. The nice thing about first peek is you can choose a really safe angle and still have a high opportunity for a pick because they're not thinking Widow most of the time. So this is a lot of space to control from this angle. Very low risk, very high reward. It's the perfect one. So as long as you're peeking this at a good time, then this is fine. And then this is where the questions start to resonate. You feel it, right? What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I stay here? Well, everybody's here. They also know that I'm here. And so the odds of them peeking this are not zero, but it's not very high. In addition, because it's not an off angle anymore, because you have the majority of your team dumping their resources in main, the value of peeking this angle is a lot lower too.
Yeah. My thought process at the time was like, I saw 3 people, so I assumed there's probably someone on the other lane.
Yeah, heck, it's 4 actually. It's really bad, right? So yeah, there's somebody on the other lane, and if there isn't somebody on the other lane, then there's no reason for you to worry about losing this fight. You kind of get what I'm saying? The way to look at it is like if you peek this and nobody takes this flank, then you're going to win the fight based off of your pick.
Basically.
So as long as you don't lose to this flank, then you're cooking, right? So that's immediately what happens, right? So even if you don't hit that shot, which is a good shot, right? Hey, good job. It's also the awareness of knowing that is really, really, really important. You understand what I'm saying? So what you do is you'd miss the shot. If you're me, whiff, grapple up top, maybe replace my Venomine, just keep this guy busy. And so then we're just unlosable situation here. As opposed to here, where we actually may not have seen... In fact, if we go back, I wonder if we even would have seen anybody for a while. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's just nobody here. They're respecting this angle, but they're respecting this angle because it's the rest of your team, not because of you. And so I actually don't even like this. I don't mind you... I mean, what I would have done, well, you tell me. Tracer's dead, Lucio's dead. What do you do?
I wanted to go right side, but I saw the Junkrat there, so I thought he was going to stay there. I didn't see him go
well,
right,
correct. Correct. But the fact that he's there means that you need to deal with him. No?
Yeah, but I'm not going to go, like, grapple there, you know?
Well, correct. So then what's the answer then? So what's the answer? You're acting as if that's the only option. It's not.
Well, I can't make a really big rotation.
Of course you can. Why not?
Far right. You think I should?
Why not?
Like through the big doorway, you know what I mean? Like that
grapple up top here, pop here, just drop and listen. And just listen for a second, right? Listen. Pop here. If he's not there, well then here you go. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And if you're thinking, I didn't know that she was there, well then make sure that nobody's going to clutch the fight for the enemy team by being here. Because if you're going to lose this fight, it's going to be through the Junkrat or on a flank, right? So don't open your team up to that flank by rotating away from it.
But the only reason that works is because Tracer's dead, right?
Well, if Tracer wasn't dead, you would still be holding this flank. You would just be doing it from here.
Oh, yeah, I mean specifically going through that door because it feels a bit risky.
Of course. Right. You're deep in the lane when you've earned the right to deep in the lane. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Otherwise, you just hold the space more, quote-unquote, conservatively.
Okay.
But the concept's the same. You're just reacting live time to the information. I mean, you've even heard Junkrat use mines, which means that he's just not really in a position to be aggressive here anymore. So, that's it. The odds of you seeing something here are very low, and then the odds of being flanked here are relatively high, right? If anything.
Right.
So we've not really continued to deepen our pressure here. And so this is good. Just took you too long to get here. Do you see what I'm saying? So the Junkrat flying in your space is not something that you could know for sure, but it's definitely a pretty high chance that something like that's going to happen. And now this even
especially since I shot him, yeah.
Right. So it just something's going to have to go through here. So okay, so now let's talk about Venomine again, because you've replaced your position, you've replaced your angle. Where does the Venomine go? Two choices here. Really only two choices.
Two choices. Either the doorway on the right side. Mm-hmm. Yes, somewhere on the door. Mm-hmm. Or I would say the rock that's like in front of me, like the stack of
just
bricks.
here or here. Yeah. Somewhere here.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought further. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's the same concept. It's this sight line here or this sight line here. In theory, you could sight line this one, but it's kind of in the back of your mind. You're thinking that's going to be a very inconvenient rotation for them, and it's also far away to where it's a disadvantage. So you want to Venomine the locations that make the most logical sense, the ones that get close and get close quick. right? So you need to chunk the Tracer down. And Venomine is a huge problem for Tracer now. It's a guaranteed forced recall, essentially. It's like basically think like it's a Sombra virus, but I think it might even be a little worse damage-wise. I think it's a little worse. It's a little slower, but yeah. Yeah, this is good. The problem is that you've not fortified this angle with Venomine. That's the problem. There it is. So did you notice that you didn't need to hit a shot here? Why? Because where's the enemy team? On a choke. You're denying this entire lane or angle to them. So look at this. They're all in a row. This is really bad for them.
It doesn't feel like they know I'm here anyway, right?
And but it doesn't matter. If they did, what could they do about it?
Well, nothing, yeah.
Nothing, right? So either they're going to position poorly to avoid you purposefully, or position poorly to avoid you accidentally. But the result's still the same.
Okay.
You know, because you're the only one on your team. You're the only one on this field that's even holding an angle right now. So you're going to be given opportunities to finish kills because you're denying their cover. Remember, what does an off angle do? Denies cover. That's what we've seen with this. Yeah. That's what we've seen with this. That's what we saw with the Tracer kill, and so on. So we just do this. And as long as you manage your space here, this is a bit cheeky, but even here, it's because you had some information that they're on the floor, so this is not nearly as foolish. And you notice that it started right, deepened right, and even deeper right. That's good.
Right.
It's not super unpredictable, but it's good. Good. Obviously nothing really to say here. Just shoot. What's my scroll wheel doing? Okay, there we go.
That was scary. Didn't see it.
Yeah, just grab the mini if I were you. Okay, so this is a mistake because you need to open a lane, and you have not only a crappy sightline, you don't have an angle, and you are predictable, and you fortified this position with Venomine, which is even worse because you don't want to be here in the first place. Okay, with the information that you have about the battlefield right now, take a brief second, especially because you're one, you might as well take a second, and evaluate where you could be. So evaluate it more from like a very simple. Don't look at the map. Look at your team. Where's the pressure from your team going right now? We'll go blackboard. Where do you see it?
Well, I should go anywhere that's not on the bridge, right?
Right. So anywhere that's not on the bridge. We have 3 fortifications here, so you need to back off. Okay. So then where would you go? Would you go right? Do you go left? Just give me the direction first. Don't worry about the specific position.
Just left because
probably left.
More range.
More range, but also it's already where you are. So the rotation is significantly easier, right? So going across is uncomfortable, and you need a good reason to do that. You don't have a good reason for it. So we're going to move left. Okay, so then now we can take the blinders off, and then we can talk about where left should be. All right, you tell me. You don't even need to be specific.
Well, I have an idea. I think because they're so far back, I don't have to. I don't know what to call it. You know, like the rock I was talking about before, just a bit. Like, there. Somewhere, well, not on here exactly with cover, but somewhere here to see them coming, and then I can rotate to see the full bridge.
Correct. Yeah, so this is, you could even stand here for a second, drop down, back off to here, and then rotate around here. And then crucially, because you have that mission in mind, how does that affect your Venomine usage? What do you do with your Venomine?
Either the stairs on the left or below where I am.
Or, you ready for this one? You don't use it. Right now. Okay. Do you see? Because what's the... Yeah, of course. So you intentionally wait, and then you either Venomine here, or as you said, you Venomine stairs, or something along those lines. What you do is you find your angle and then Venomine appropriately. Heck, you can even Venomine if you're being super smart before you even rotate, so you don't give yourself away. But the end goal is that the Venomine must complement where you're holding, which is why this Venomine makes no sense, because we're not planning on holding here. In fact, our entire team's here.
Yeah, okay.
So what's going to happen is we're probably going to Venomine, we're probably going to drop, and then we're not going to have our Venomine to fortify that angle. Because this angle, and there it is, right?
Yep. Yeah, as predicted. Exactly.
You should drop here. This is not stupid. This is the correct position to be. The problem is that you not only dropped late, but then you no longer had your Venomine to fortify this lane. I would also
late.
It's a little late. When I see this right here, this is a little late. Just a little late. Okay. You know, I'd like to catch them on that rotation a little more. You kind of see it, right? You didn't see Tracer, right? Wide angle. Now, that's hindsight. We didn't know that, but we can, again, predict that. When you take good angles and lanes, accidents happen.
Yeah.
Right? That's Widow creates accidents. That's why people hate her. She feels dishonest in that regard. It's like, I didn't even know that she was there. So this is good. Basically, the way to look at it is if you have nothing to shoot here, it's because the enemy team is not likely doing anything. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? And so if you're here shooting Sigma Shield because it's like, well, I guess it's the only thing I can shoot. Yeah, sure, why not? Because they're not really doing anything right now. And for the Tracer to contest your Roadhog and Cart, well, then now she has to walk into your sightlines. So this is fine. Good.
Oh, I think I get cooked here. I remember. I knew she was there, but she did something weird. Yeah.
yeah. You just got cooked. But I mean, hey, your Venomine was there. Your Venomine was there. That's all right. Yeah, it's all right. That's all right. You can play more ratty here as well. Basically, try to grapple away early and hide. Hit a couple of SMGs. Play around the Mega. Basically, if you've allowed Tracer to get on top of you, you're pretty much cooked anyway. But this wasn't a terrible fight from you. Tracer just got a couple of one clips. Yeah. Tracer honestly deadlifted that lane, and we didn't get enough pressure early. We had a couple opportunities to kill that Sigma as well. So, okay, it makes sense so far, right?
Right.
Okay, let's keep going here. Terrible. Why? Do you know where you're going to hold yet?
No.
No. So we need Venomine to either fortify the lane or we wait until we've figured out where we're going to play first.
Okay.
Now, I know you're like, well, I don't know where I'm going to play yet, so might as well toss it. No, might as well is a terrible phrase because you have 15 seconds now to deal with before you can actually fortify a lane. Now, I'm gonna drop the Venomine like criticism because obviously, I think if you known 125, we would have put more resources into it.
Oh, for
but
sure.
Still, it's just kind of
it was 70 damage still.
yeah, of course. It's totally understandable. So, getting a little chip damage here, looking for sightlines. Okay. So let's ask the question here. Where's the end goal here? Because now you have the information that you need, right? You have enemies' positions. You have teammates' positions. What's the lane? Do you like where you're at? Would you make small adjustments? What would you do?
I think it's fine where I am, but I could, well, for now, because they're very far back, but once the fight, like, once they go forward a little bit, I think I could drop below the bridge, like behind. See.
Widen your angle, right. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Now, I think you kind of nailed it on the head there, right there, which is like, it doesn't have to be fully static either, right? It's, I'm going to take this position, very low risk, but also very meh reward. The enemy team will probably peek you here, and then they won't. So let's see what happens now. Take what's available. Okay, good shot. There it is. And then now, they're going to grow a brain. So what are you going to do?
Now they're going to what?
Now they're going to grow a brain, essentially. They're going to actually...
My bad.
No, it's fine. They're going to basically play predictably here. So this is fine. Because you're thinking, surely someone's going to peek this, someone's going to rotate this. Tracer doesn't know where I am. That's true. My main criticism here, frankly, is I would simply not hesitate popping Infosites here.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You need to know where she is, and then based off the information that you have, you can do some really silly things. You could grapple across to here and hard flank through this angle here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I never thought about it.
Yeah. You never thought about it because you can't without information. It's not possible. It's not worth the risk. Okay? So this sightline from you is really good. Low risk, low reward. Very oppressive for the enemy team to deal with. You can even look at the Kiriko and Sigma and Junkrat and Honest positioning. Do you see how they're all positioning around you? You see it?
Yeah.
They're not peeking you. They don't know where you are, but they're pretty sure that you're in high ground, so they're avoiding you. What does that mean? Well, it means that your soldier and Roadhog walked a point for free. Congrats. Widow value right there. However, you want to get more, especially with the Tracer rotating on you. So now you use their tool, aka Infrasight, to be able to do more. Now, if you did not have Infrasight here, I don't mind this. This is you trying to avoid the Tracer. This is you trying to Venomine your position to discourage Tracer. And ultimately, your team is able to capitalize off the space that you have. And even the unpredictability of you being here is an opportunity. Nice job. So, good fight, except for the fact that you should have used Infrasight early.
Okay.
But besides that, was really good. Actually, very clean. You took a very passive angle, like you did on first fight. The enemy team reacts, you rotate, and then fortify that position with a Venomine. It's good. It's very good. Does that all make sense?
I remember the game. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I remember the game starting well, and then I don't know, it fell off somewhere.
Here we go again. Very conservative sightline. Enemy team immediately adjusts. You must rotate. Where must you go? This seems too passive.
That's fine.
This seems too passive. No.
Oh, yeah. Where the mini is, right?
Yeah. To grapple here. Now, are you
That
going to be
one?
able to
Oh,
stay
yeah,
here?
yeah.
No. You might take 2 shots, and then you're gonna have to leave. But there's no risk of you taking 2 shots here. Take 2 shots, see what happens. Because the odds of you getting a pick there versus a pick here are much higher. And that's what we want. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay.
So should I have rotated earlier, or was it like fine?
When you rotated, it was fine. Yeah. You took a couple of free because you saw it. You could have killed Sig. You could have killed Ana. Then they were like, "Oh crap!" And then you need to move.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
This sucks. This really sucks. And you know why this sucks?
really
Because look what you just did before. It's fine. Not fine. Again, we're not going to beat you over the head. Just remember that. Remember that because
Definitely.
of what happens here. Make sense?
Yeah. I just got lucky. Yeah.
Well, you didn't get lucky because we could have killed her, right? We could have forced that recall so much easier. So even if you don't kill her, she didn't kill you, rather, it's still bad. It's not what we want.
Yeah.
Because she's still a problem. It's fine. This is lazy.
Oh.
I know you're under a lot of pressure right now, but we can do so much better. What should you do right now? Take a second.
Grapple to where my Ana is.
Okay. Venomine, grapple across. But there's a lot of resources already here, right? So it doesn't
I could go
feel...
up the window.
Yeah, just go up here.
I'm starting to like the window less and less because so many people just spam it when they see me up there.
But that's what we need that right now.
Yeah, true.
We need pressure split here, right? The problem with the window is going to feel bad as if your teammate isn't applying pressure anywhere else. Right now, there is nothing else going on, or there's a lot of things going on, so we need to... I mean, look at the alternative, right? Like, we're directly in front of the enemy Sigma, still dealing with a Tracer. Oh, you ready for a really spicy take? You know what's better than what you did right now?
Grappling.
AFK scoping on the Tracer, right here.
Oh.
You want to know why? Because at least it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Right? So when you don't have a lane or a sight line, deny the enemy DPS that position. If you have no other good option, just deny. Deny. Because at least it's a stalemate. This is not a stalemate. This is you doing nothing and also dying to the angle at the same time. Okay. Venomine in the angle is good.
I don't even know where I placed it. Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. And in addition to that, this is a very boring sightline that feels pretty good for right now. Why not? Just force him out. It's good. She's cheating. Probably didn't need grapple there, but it's not a problem. Infosight's good. I'm curious to see how we use the information as my scroll wheel tweaks out again to decide what to do next. So this is good to start. Now what? So let's take a second.
I think I know what I should do, but I didn't do it because this.
Well, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
You got to kill. Let's break shield. Yeah, this is great. Good. I mean, they still haven't figured out exactly where you are, right? So you're still getting value later. This is perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You Venomine the flank. You rotate. You took the Honest, poke the Sigma out. He rotates away. You need to find an angle. You grapple to an angle, and you get first pick. And then because the enemy team does not respect you, you just stay. As long as they don't respect you, you stay. And if they start to respect you, what would you have done? If they'd all panicked and hidden from here, where would you have gone?
Either an angle where I can see like from below the bridge.
Yeah, just drop.
But
you're like, isn't that scary? Yeah, but you knew where Tracer was.
Yeah.
So you knew that she wasn't a problem.
Top left.
Right, and that's why I was kind of critical of the grapple usage, because then we could have grappled across or whatever. But whatever, we had full information on Tracer, so there's no risk. We open ourselves wide. You're noticing that aggression a lot of time with Widowmaker is wide. Wide. You know, open your angle. This, by the way, is what we call honest value. What you're doing right now. They know you're here. Yeah. You know that they know. You're on an angle. Your team is not. And so you have no reason to rotate.
Yeah, I'm preventing them from...
You're preventing them from taking that space. That's correct. Now, if your team stacks on you or the enemy team all rotates away and you see opportunities to deepen, you can. But this is a nuisance. This is playing with fire for the enemy team, right?
See?
The problem is, what do you do now? It's a great shot, but I would prefer, first off, Venomine adjustments need to be done. You don't Venomine forward. You Venomine where they're going to come from. So if you're going to Venomine here, it really should have been here instead.
Yeah.
Small adjustment, but the fact that that doesn't trip really sucks. Like, really sucks. So that should have been here or here. Make sense?
Makes sense, yep.
Second question. Look at the situation right now. Where is your angle deep in opportunity from here?
If I know where Tracer is, I can go through the doors again. And
you can, but you don't. So it sucks, right?
No.
So you ready for this
yeah.
one? When you don't have a deep in opportunity, deny.
So just stay here and
Just
deny.
stay here. Deny. Do not let anybody come from this side. Do not. Shove them into the corner, and the second anybody like just screws up their cover once, take a chunk of their HP off. Look for peak Sigma here, Venomine this, keep the Kiriko up here, because this sucks for them, right? This really sucks. Like, this is really bad. Like, this. Do you think this Tracer's happy here? No, she needs to go. Like, it hurts, right? And this is kind of what you need to exploit, right? Fight for your
even
lane.
if I don't see...
Yes.
Even if I don't see anyone for a while, I just stay there for now.
If you feel that your angle is denying them an angle and they're uncomfortable as a result, just like what happened 8 seconds ago, exploit that and continue to exploit that.
All right.
So your problem here is a little bit of impatience, which is reflective in not only your movement here, which is notice forward, not wide, right? But also in your Venomine readjustment. In the wrong space, as if you're going to walk forward to here. I mean, what on earth? So nice shot. The mechanics cover your positional error, but the result is still that you have lost the lane and you might become a casualty of war there. They're not even aiming for you, and yet here we are. And guess what? We still have a Tracer in the flank. Now you hit her with a Venomine, so that's great. We still have a Tracer in the flank. And so this is a complete panic in the streets. Ironically, your Venomine controlled more space than you did there. That's not actually true, because you did hit that. You did force a recall. That was the big shot. That was huge. But
yeah,
hold the lane. It's your best. It's your best option there. There's really nowhere to be unpredictable there. There's nowhere to go. So just simply hold space. That's hilarious. This is one of those Venomines where I don't mind it because it's so early. You'll have it back when you need it, you know? So it's okay. Yeah. But it needs to be done super early, right? Super early. I don't even mind the grapple for the same reason, right? But it's the same problem, right? So you already know where you're going to go, but thankfully this time we have a Venomine. And obviously the thing with grapple as well is that you have the perk where that you're more forgivable with that. Now the only nitpick that I have here is kind of what we're seeing here, where I do think that you might want to consider dropping sooner just so that you can get nice and comfy here quickly. You see it? Just, there it is. Bam, 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 bam. We don't see these things. So you're basically looking for opportunities to peek here where the opportunity for a headshot's probably lower because they already know that you're there. So I guess when given the opportunity, open wider sooner is my feedback.
All right.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
Big Venomine value. You don't even need to Venomine right now just because you have full information of where people are. And then in theory here, if you simply hit your shots, body shot or a headshot, this is really difficult for the enemy team to deal with.
Yeah, I kind of fumbled on the cast.
You fumbled, right? You didn't rotate soon enough. You fumbled on the cast. But again, I want to highlight the fact that you've made this entire rotation a little bit awkward is still indirect value. You've sown the seeds for success. So if you even hit one shot here, just one, you win this fight.
Yeah. This is just a hit your shots moment.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But that from you, strategically, cooldown usage was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. Just like I said, big thing is just rotate sooner. Okay. Obviously, kind of deciphering where are we going to hold. This is what we call a lowest angle. So this is fine. It's not your anchor spot. Just do not use your Venomine. Because you're going to move. You're going to move. Case in point, you don't have full information here, so it's good. Again, it's good. As in, your attention is good. Venomine's not. Somebody contesting your angle, that's your priority. Infosight's fine.
So where should I have, or when should I have Venomine there?
You tell me.
Like, because when I see this, oh, maybe I just don't, and then when
either you don't and you move, or you're like, I really want to hold this angle, and then you Venomine here.
Yeah, okay. Because
you're like, oh, but she's going to see me. Like, yeah, sure. So she doesn't come out of either of these doors. She has to come out of this door.
Yeah.
You know, who cares? Make it hard. Or as you say, just rotate away. Now this is really important. Where do you go? I think you have two options here. Right. You should definitely go top right. Okay. Now what?
The fact that I don't see anyone, you mean, right now?
Yeah, I mean, take the information. Right. Look at the information. Decipher the information that you have on your screen right now. You've taken top right. Look at Tracer. Look at Sigma. Look at Cat. What do you do?
Is that Tracer on the left side?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Tracer on the left side.
Okay. Deep and right side, I guess. Through the door. And that's
it.
Guess a free cast. Yep.
This is what Infrasights does. You see what I'm saying? This is what Infrasights does. It allows you to do things that you're not allowed to do without perfect information. You can do this without Venomine. In fact, I'd encourage you to do it without Venomine so you don't make any noise, right? And then you hit the shot or you miss the shot and panic in the streets, whether you hit it or miss it, essentially. So this is the problem that we have. What on earth are we doing? You're denying an angle as if you're hard scoping on a Tracer when you have perfect scouting. This is something that you do without scouting. Even then, I'd still prefer you up here, but you're acting as if you don't have scouting. You see it? We're chasing butterflies instead of opening our angle. We're hoping for targets. We're hoping for Tracer to overextend. We're hoping Cassie to peek when you've given them no reason to. And then we're going for the most conservative sightline of all time, actually rotating towards our team instead of opening up our angle. You see it? Disaster.
Yeah.
No space control whatsoever. In fact, you gave Tracer this lane, which obviously you can't deal with that. It's not your problem. And then also gave Cassidy this lane. Disaster. He's a huge problem now. You see it?
Yep,
so,
exactly.
Open your lane with the information you have. Good spot. Passive value here. They know that you're there. You know that they know. You're holding space. 1 shot. 2 shot. Now what do we do?
Here I lagged.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can tell. It's good. Good. You're annoying. Yeah. And all of a sudden, we're actually contributing here. It's good.
I think the mine is fine here.
Mm-hmm. I would just open wide left here. I don't know why we're here. Just be here instead.
But I didn't exactly know where they were yet.
That's okay. I mean, we're not likely to hold here is my problem. You know, like
yeah.
This Venomine's going to need to move forward here at some point. So
exactly.
And then ironically here, you rotate away when you actually should have stayed because this lane actually becomes relevant. I mean, I guess the intention here, it looks like, is to open wide left, so maybe this is fine. Yeah, this is okay. Definitely Venomine up behind a corner. Yeah. Don't let her do that for free.
Yeah. Because now it's awkward.
Yeah. I mean, that's hilarious, but it's okay. This is just a Venomine can't break like that. Venomine can't break. That's it. And it's another one of those situations where if your goal is to get to this left angle, you probably needed to go sooner or just AFK hold this lane. Because how did the Tracer get to you? From the lane that you abandoned.
From this lane.
So if you look at this from like a rotational convenience perspective, if the intention was always to hold that left side, then that progress needed to start being made now. You understand? Like we needed to already be here-ish, and then rotating here, and then rotating here, and then poking this guy out, and then killing Kiriko. And then that way, it just makes it so much harder for Tracer to access. It's so much longer. Whereas we could have instead held this lane with Venomine here, right? Right here, Merry Christmas. You see what I'm saying? So just basically choose the side that you want to go and make that commitment pre-fight. If you have to make the commitment mid-fight, then you need to stick with what you've chosen, essentially. If that makes sense.
So I can't really flip lanes mid-fight like this?
You can't flip lanes mid-fight, generally. It's much more risky to do so. It's not that you can't, it's just you have to decide if it's worth it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's take a look here. It's fine. This is just like we said, early. I wouldn't use Venomine here, but this is fine. There's no reason not to do this. Look for a couple of free shots, and then once they've poked you out, then you make your choice, right? Where do I want to hold? You could rotate across here, but that would... Your team's already moving that direction. So I think this rotation to open the lane here, because this is widening, right? You're here, and then we're going here. Even if it's just by 15 degrees, this is good. This is a very good decision from you. So if you do get poked out here, it will be at an immense cost to the enemy team, correct? And you notice that even being here is an inconvenience for their positioning. I mean, look at this. Yeah. This is from your rotation. And so you should hold this, ask for Silver Bullet, ask for Sigma Shield, and let your team find value elsewhere. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So now we just really need to relax and hit a shot or threaten hitting a shot.
Yeah, the Kiriko spam is really annoying.
But you have to hold it. You have to hold it. You need to maybe open your lane here or look down at Tracer, throw a Venomine there if you'd like to, but you cannot just bail. You listen. Because dropping here, Kiriko can still spam you, but now you're vulnerable to Tracer again. And your Sightline's much worse. You see it? Just hold it.
I see it, yeah.
Again, remember, if it's the same situation. Remember when they were walking out of spawn and Kiriko and Tracer were like toying with you? Yeah, it's fine. You know you're a nuisance. Why? Because you're on a good angle. Now we don't have a good angle anymore.
So just like stay behind the wall and wait for her to stop.
Just stay behind the wall, throw the Venomine on the Tracer, hard scope on this corner, see if you can catch her with the pants down, and then go back and shoot again. I mean, you're going to hear it, right? You're going to see the kunai, right? So you're going to know, right? Because she can't spam that forever. And if she does, eventually you're going to have an HP to where you can actually peek that. And you can get value over here while she's screwing around, right? Just don't need to drop.
Right.
Because now you've committed.
To be fair, I had no clue Tracer was there.
Yes, but that's why you wait for a second and listen. If you get poked out, you can take the second to assess the situation.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be immediate uptime now. This is fine. We're getting good value here. It's good. Just keep shooting. The angle's good. Just don't drop. Oh, no. Where's it? Now, to be fair to you, you are committing to a rotation. I don't like the rotation, but what would have been more convenient from your positioning?
Top right, I think.
Top right. Just walk, listen. Again, you're not going to get many shots here.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit close. So you're going to get 1 or 2 shots, throw your Venomine, then bail. But that's all you need. That's all you need. Throw 1, 2 shots, throw a Venomine, back off, and they're screwed. Now, to be fair to you, this is fine if you commit. And I think you are. Do it. Yep. And see, they have to respond. You see? They go, oh no, right? It's really bad for them. Really bad. And this lane has remained relevant. This has remained relevant. Now it's no longer relevant. Where do you go?
I can open to right side, but I have to be careful because there's like the whole team there.
You do, but you do need to open. So what you do is you'd rotate here. What would you do with your Venomine?
Yeah. Place it on the rock there.
Rock, we're here. And then what would you do with your Infrasight?
Use it. Probably now, actually.
Probably now, yeah. So good Infrasight, bad rotation, bad Venomine. Rotate first, then Venomine. Rotate
Venomine
first.
Was supposed to be there, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So mechanical failure, but this is really good because now where's the enemy team supposed to hide? Hey, nowhere to go.
Well,
so you can literally just stand here, and then now where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go now?
I think I.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sure. I
Sure.
mean,
you have full information. You have no downsides. You know where Tracer is. You've opened your angle, right? The enemy team has to do such stupid things to avoid you that they just lose the fight from the stupid things, not even from the shot. So even if you don't even kill the Kiriko there, you win that fight. Good job.
That was.
As long as he dies.
No, he doesn't die.
Look at him. You guys troll this one so much. Your soldier, you guys all fumbled the back here. All right, I want to watch one more fight here. Okay, again, it's fine. They're not thinking Widow, so just take the long sight link, blow their heads off. It's good. Good. Now, value is expired. So, I don't like the Venomine necessarily, because even if you wanted to Venomine here, you need to Venomine here. But where's the next step? I mean, you can already feel it, right? This is not right. Where do I go? Let's see.
I can take a look here and then.
This is fine. Yeah.
Probably should go out the window.
Yeah. You could either widen right here, which again puts more distance between yourself and the flanker, or you could go window. Your choice. You definitely need to go. It's sloppy. She even chose the wrong Tracer perk. This guy's a jackass. You can't lose to that. You can't lose to that. But yeah, that's just another one of those situations where a better Venomine like here helps you out and a cleaner, quicker rotation, essentially. Okay, so what needs to be practiced? I want you to boil it down into the most layman, basic, dumb terms that you can replicate in any map in any situation versus any comp. Try.
Venomine after rotating.
Sure.
Like once the fight is actually starting, not the first like passive angle. Yeah.
Yes. Unless you have like literal hours between fights, right? Then you might as well just throw it whatever. But even then, you'd probably still throw it on the lane. But yeah, okay, you have Venomine on to fortify your position. Obviously, keep in mind it does make noise, but yeah, absolutely. Okay, what else?
Yeah, that's why I like taking the shot first and then Venomining.
Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, because you're like, hey, I get the peeker's advantage, and then okay, you want to push me? Just think about that, right? And exactly. It's a real menace. Okay, keep going.
I should work on deepening my angles when I have information.
Yes, deepen your angles
infrasight.
When you have information, exactly. Or even just pick advantage, right? Like you see Lucio Tracer dead, you hear Junkrat, widen your angle. Yeah. Widen your angle. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, even if it feels a bit weird. Yeah. I think,
yeah. What else? From the positioning side of things, what was like the theory we were working with how you're rotating and how you're moving? When do you stand still? When do you stand still? I think is the big question.
When do you stand still? When you feel like your position is making things really awkward for them.
Correct. Like, when your angle is making the enemy team uncomfortable or denying them significant space, you do not need to move. When your position is not doing that, aka you don't have an angle, you don't have a good sight line, then you need to rotate and find the next spot. Peeking down main as Widowmaker is great. It's fine. You just can't stay there most of the time.
But how do you know exactly that they're like, you know, like that you're making things awkward for them? Is like they're not peeking as much, or
well, you need to. The simplest way to know is am I on an off angle? And if the answer is yes, then you know.
Okay.
Do you remember on the very first fight where we were saying the enemy team is not intentionally avoiding your sight lines, but by unintentionally stacking, they're dying to your team?
Yeah.
So they didn't even know that they were avoiding you, but because they were avoiding you, you're just winning the fight anyway because they're taking terrible space. That's kind of my point. Okay, yeah. You might actually have fights where you win. The enemy team doesn't even know that you're there. But you were there just in case anybody decided to take an off angle. And you would have been there to deny them. But because they all stacked, they just ran like idiots and down the lawnmower. That's what your purpose is.
Okay, yeah.
And which angle you take is dictated exclusively by your kit. Your distance, your verticality, and so on. If you think about it, this game was really you versus Tracer fighting for that space. Sometimes you had advantage when you had Venomine and when you had distance. Sometimes Tracer had advantage when you misplaced your Venomine and took a bad angle. That's basically this entire match in a nutshell. That's going to be how Overwatch is going to play for you most of the time.
Makes sense.
Any questions?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, I want you to explore these concepts more. I know this isn't like super easy to digest. I want you to keep cracking away at it, thinking about it more in game until it is digestible. This is like the equivalent of like having a really nutritious food with a hard shell, okay? It's not a complicated skill. You just got to chew on it for a while, right? How do I take an angle? How do I passively control space? How do I use my Venomine to help me control that space? How do I force the enemy team into awkward rotations? How do I commit to a lane? These are not complicated skills. They're just hard to do consistently. So break it down into basic parts of, let's just focus on Venomining my specific position after I take an initial shot. Let's just focus on committing to a sight line, committing to an angle, and fighting who's on that lane. Let's just commit to taking a pot shot and then thinking about my rotation. Just focus on that one thing at a time, right?
Okay, yeah, right.
Okay.